Okay, hello, week 5 of the Frozen Battle League. This week I'm playing against the homie Dark Devil, and he's got a scary team, the Vegas Golden Corviknights, with Terra Captain Iron Boulder, King Gambit, Primarina, Donphan, Iron Bundle, Salamence, Raikou, Ceruledge, Terra Captain Grafaiai, and Virizion. Probably the scariest team on the board if you ask me. The King Gambit, Terra Boulder, Primarina, Iron Bundle, Salamence combo is busted, and he's got Donphan, who's like one of the GOAT draft mons, and I think I built a pretty good team though, so we'll see what it is. Alright, up first we got Choice Band Azumarill returning. This is pretty classic Liquidation, Aqua Jet, Play Rough, and Brick Break, giving me an option to hit like a bundle if needed. I think that's, and a King Gambit, obviously, for 4 times super effective damage. So with huge power, this thing can just hopefully get some good hits for me. Kind of, maybe not a closer, but maybe a mid-game breaker that can tank a hit or two. Got Rocky Helmet Terapagos. Think this might be my dedicated lead with Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Terra Starstorm, and Earth Power. Pretty standard set. I think rocks are really good in this matchup, but obviously he has a good hazard removal in Donphan. But I can block that with Sinastcha before it tears into a fairy type because of its ghost typing. This thing's got Matcha Gotcha, Terra Blast, Shadow Ball, and Strength Sap, the classic set with Terra Blast instead of maybe, I don't know what the 4th move usually is. But anyway, I actually debated putting Scald on this thing just for another chance of burns, but I think I have enough coverage with this. Just gotta be careful with Strength Sap because he could run Defiant King Gambit, which would mean that my hits, my lowering of the attack would actually become a boost for his attack, so gotta watch out for that. Choice Scarf, Sandy Shocks. What other set is there that I bring with Sandy Shocks? Volt Switch, Earth Power, Thunderbolt, and Tri-Attack. Tri-Attack is like a weird case where it could come in handy if like I'm not sure if like Salamence or Donphan is coming in and they're both weak enough that like getting some good damage is just valuable, so it's an option. We'll see if I click it or not. Black Sludge, Muck, Alolan, of course, that's Easter Mud, and that set is Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Substitute, and Curse. I think this thing can be really good here. With the high special defense, it can kind of sit in front of Bundle and Drain Punch it. Poison Touch gives an extra opportunity for poisons, and Poison Jab hits the whole team pretty hard. Drain Punch making up for the King Gambit immunity. Last but not least, AV, Conkeldurr. This thing can tank some hits from Bundle and also get a Drain Punch, a Mach Punch, a Knockoff, or a Thunder Punch on it. Debated Ice Punch for the Salamence, obviously, but I do feel like I have enough to hit the Salamence, and honestly, Thunder Punch, it gives me an option to like really hit Prim. I also kind of debated Poison Jab on this thing, but I don't know. I might regret that Thunder Punch. Maybe I'll end up wishing that it was Ice Punch for Salamence, but we'll see, we'll see. And that's the team. We're going to get right to the match any second now, so. Okay, here we go. So he brings Terra Grass Boulder, Bundle, Donphan, Raikou, Terra Grass Grafaiai. 2 Terra Grasses, really bad for the Azumarill here, and Primarina, so kind of shocked to see no King Gambit, but I guess it makes sense. I do have a lot of Flying Darts on my team. I'm going to stick to my... Ooh, maybe I should just lead Azu because it just doesn't look amazing here, honestly. Or do I want to stick with my game plan and lead Terapagos? I'm going to stick with my game plan and lead Terapagos. It's always good to have a Choice Band user. It's always good to have a Choice Band user. That's the way it's gotta be, right? Okay. Jesus. Stressful. Oy vey. So the Grafaiai is really interesting. I would have never expected that to come. I honestly don't even know what it does. Okay, so he leads Yar, which is Grafaiai. Alright, we're going to find out real quick what it does. So, that is interesting. Okay. Alright, so this thing can, like, Encore. I don't see, like, a balloon or anything. I don't really think there's any reason for me to click Earth Power when Starstorm is going to do like just as much, honestly. So I'm just going to Starstorm so I don't have to risk getting Encored. Goes for Poison Jab. Okay, so I'm going to get a Rocky Helmet pop here, which is great. Hopefully I don't get poisoned. So I take nothing from that. He takes Rocky Helmet Chip, which is great for me. I launch a Starstorm, which might KO. Yes, it does KO. Okay, amazing. Great start. So, Grafaiai did to Terapagos. Amazing, amazing. Okay, comes in Guaimai. That is the boulder. Okay, this thing is obviously scary. It's booster speed. Not too unexpected. What's his team looking like here? So Grafaiai's gone. He's got Donphan, Raikou, Prim, Bundle. Rocks look really good here, and he's probably going to Terra anyway. I think I'd like to just get Rocks up and kind of see what happens. Swords Dance would be really scary, obviously. Swords Dance plus Terra can really ruin my Azumarill dreams, but I haven't seen any sign of that yet. So great that Grafaiai basically did nothing. So does it go right for the Swords Dance? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so a close combat is probably coming, and I don't really have a way to avoid it. Do I want to call out the Terra and go for... I mean, it doesn't really matter what I click because I'm probably just losing Terapagos here. I mean, if he's going to close combat, I could technically go Sinastcha, but I'm sure he has something that beats Sinastcha, honestly. I'm going to go for... Is he trying to save Terra? He might be. I'm just going to click Earth Power. Goes for Mighty Cleave. This might not KO. It does not. Terapagos the GOAT and the Rocky Helmet chip. And I clicked the right move. Okay, okay. So this thing's going to take even more Rocky Helmet chip right now, which is great for me. I think an Aqua Jet's going to kill at any percent, really. And no Salamence means these Earth Powers are pretty free. Goes for the Mighty Cleave. Alright. We get our Rocky Helmet chip. And this thing is weak. And so I could either go Azu and Aqua Jet, or I could go Conk and Mach Punch. Either kills, but Conk is not locked into whatever I do. So I do think I'll go for Conk, especially with AV. I think I can probably live anything from a Primarina. So hopefully this is a KO here. Withdraws. I don't know if that thing's going to live Rocks again, honestly. Comes out Ayo Ashanshina. I can't pronounce that. Takes some Rocks. We'll find out what this is. Okay. So this is Leftovers. That makes a lot of sense. I'm Conk. So I have Thunder Punch. So I should figure out how much is Thunder Punch doing and how much am I taking from like an offensive Moonblast. So actually I should KO thanks to the Rocks. I have this calc, if it's not bulky. I have this calc as doing 83 to 98, but that is not a bulky Prim, so we'll see what actually happens here. They go for Flip Turn. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. They probably didn't expect me to stay in. But who's taking this Thunder Punch? It is Donphan. Okay. So that's okay. Donphan, I always go Sinastcha if I'm not Terra'd, even if he clicks Knockoff. With no King Gambit, I feel like Strength Saps are pretty free, and I'm a pretty bulky Sinastcha, so I should be okay. Here comes Sin. Goes for the Knockoff. No biggie at all. And yeah, I'm happy to Strength Sap. You don't have anyone who won't heal me somewhat. Even Prim will heal me enough. The fact that he flip turned with Prim is leading me to believe it might be, what's it called? Assault Vest itself. Okay, here is the Raikou, which is exerting its pressure. I got a Strength Sap up. Not gonna do anything other than heal me back up to about full, probably. Yeah, to full. Okay, so I can't really stay in on this thing. I don't think I want to go hard muck, although I am tempted to bring muck in, but I think I'm going to go into just my Scarf Sandy Shocks. Nobody on his team really wants an Earth Power at this point with no Salamence, so... Goes for T-Bolt. Alright, that's great. Maybe we'll see if this is lefties? No, it's not. Okay, is there a reason I can't just click Earth Powers for free and get me some damage? Because I can't think of it. And that's good damage. That's good damage. Scald is doing a lot. It might get a burn. Yeah, it gets a burn. Good for him. Good for him. And he knows he now knows I'm Scarf. But I don't really know who he's switching to here other than Prim, who's still going to take a... Oh, Prim's leftovers. I forgot about that. So Prim is not AV. So an Earth Power is going to do a lot to even Prim. And these rocks are great for me right now. Okay, we get Raikou. Okay. So that's a kill for Terapagos and a kill for Shocks. All right, we're looking okay here so far. We've lost the piece of Terapagos, but he was kind of intended to be kind of an early game sack, so never expected him to do much. Here's LeBund James. That is, so it's not Boots. So this could very easily be Scarf, and he's probably gonna Freeze Dry here. Do I want to lose this? Or do I want to go to like Conk? Can Conk take 2, I wonder? If it's Specs, Conk should be able to take 2 Freeze Dries even if it's Specs, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go Conk, honestly. Even if this thing is Specs, I think Conk is doing okay here. It does go for Freeze Dry, which does a crit, and it did not do that much. So, I feel like this is a pretty free opportunity to Drain Punch, even if Prim comes in. It's taken a little rocks, it's taken a little chip, you know. Not so great Tusk, that is the Donphan, who's going to take a little more damage. Pretty good chip, pretty good chip. The thing about Donphan right now is that he never threatens. He does not threaten Sinasha at all right now. I almost feel like he has to double, but I don't know that he will. Because he used Knockoff. Knockoff's going to be less powerful now. He gets his own rocks up. That makes a lot of sense because my rocks are doing so much for me right now that I would imagine he expects them to do the same, which I don't doubt. Yeah, nobody wants this Matcha. I just click it. I click it and hope it lands. This is going to do big damage for me on anyone left. Does great on Prim. Does great on Donphan if he stays in. Obviously does great on Bundle. And I don't know if Boulder is going to be able to handle a rocks come in. Oh, it's a Rindo Berry. That is smart tech. But I could get a burn here. No burn? No burn, no burn. No burn is okay. I'm just gonna Matcha again. I could Strength Sap, but I'd rather just get Chip on. I'd rather just get something dead and kind of keep the pressure on. I have 2 priority users in the back. I know Azu doesn't hit anyone that hard at this point, but with his spinner gone, I feel pretty free to click Terra Fairy if Bundle comes in here. So that's good. All right, we're doing good here. By the way, I gotta give a shout out to Dark Devil. This guy is the homie. He is probably the best team builder commentary provider in the business. Like seriously, if you don't watch his videos, you should definitely check out his team builders, plus his battles. But his team builder, he's truly the goat of team builder analysis. So anyway, right here, I just Terra and I click Matcha. If they go for Hydro Pump, they read me and they might get a KO. but I think it's always the smart decision to do here, especially when I have Mach Punch in the back. So with Donphan gone, I think this was always the right call. Alright, let's see. They go for Freeze Dry. That's not going to do a ton. Oh, it does more than I expect, honestly. We land Matcha. No misses is amazing. That should be a KO. Yep, okay. Okay. And a crit not needed. But that healing could be really nice, honestly. My Sinastра hits 200 speed, which could outspeed certain Prim builds. But I have a feeling it doesn't outspeed his Prim build. So if Prim comes in, we might lose Sinastra. So here's Prim, yeah. Let's see what Prim is doing. Although, I don't know. If Prims usually run pretty slow. I'm 200, and apparently most Prims run 200, based on what I'm seeing. I gotta go for the Matcha, obviously. I might be faster. I'm faster. Let's go. Sinastra coming in big this game. Oh my god, barely lives. Can we get a burn and a cheeky KO? No, we don't get burns like that. Not in this business. And they get the special attack drop. That's annoying. That is annoying. But no big deal. So they have Boulder. Oh, and Prim left. Okay, sick. So I just Shadow Ball right here, honestly. Oh, I lost my leftovers forever ago. I was like, why aren't I get leftovers here? I could have obviously just Matcha'd again, but I was worried about missing. I haven't missed one yet, so I gotta keep that luck going. All right, and here comes Boulder. Iron Boulder. Does this thing live these rocks? It probably barely does, right? No! Jesus! Sinastra the go! Okay. Quick 5-0. Oh, GG's Dark Devil. I know that my man had to play this kind of last minute, so I know he had just finished stream and stuff, so I do apologize for that. But GG's to the homie, truly the GOAT. You should definitely check him out. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. So for now, I'm 3-2 in this league. Let's go, but there's still 2 weeks left. But it seems like I'm probably going to make playoffs if I just win one more. So peace out, and GG's Dark Devil.